Welcome to day 2. What makes a student fluent? In my opinion, it's not classes. Lots of people take classes and never become fluent. It's also not certificates. Lots of students get certificates but never feel confident. It's not a teacher or a school or a computer program or anything that you can buy. In my experience, what makes you fluent is your routine, what you do every day. The very first memory research ever done was done by a German guy named Hermann Ebbinghaus, all the way back in 1885. He proved it's better to do a little learning every day instead of what we all tried in school before an exam, which is learning a lot in one day. This learning a little bit every day is called spaced learning. And over 100 years since the original research, scientists are still proving it works. In 2009, some scientists taught some rats a new trick. Some rats they taught in one day, while others they taught a little every day. Both groups learned, but after 2 weeks, the a little bit every day group of rats remembered more. Then, when they cut open their brains, they actually saw that the little bit every day group actually had more brain cells. Now, cells naturally die, but it looks like the spaced learning kept the cells alive longer. Here's a good question I ask all my students the first time I meet them. How long will you need English? Probably for the rest of your career. And what about after your career? Will you still want to travel and watch movies and use the internet? Then the answer is probably for the rest of your life. And what happens when you stop using your English? It gets worse, right? You may know that after college I lived in Paris and my French was pretty good. Well, the second part of that story is that when I returned to the US, I had no one to speak with, and my French, after about a year, was no longer pretty good. Because, as we say in English, use it or lose it. Okay, here's the old belief. Old belief says that most students think about their English like it's a line, like this line. A line has a beginning and an end, a start and a finish. They think English is something I do Wednesdays from 7 to 8. Or English is something you do when you're in school. Or English is something you do at the weekend. A new belief, and a much better metaphor, is the circle. Because a circle has no beginning and no end. It's continuous and forever. You have many circles in your life, many things you do daily that never end and that you would never think about quitting. For example, you would never think, how long do I need to keep showering? Or, I already have a relationship with my husband-wife. How long do I need to keep talking to and spending time with this person? Or, if you're fit and healthy, you would never ask, when can I stop exercising and stop eating vegetables? So daily English is better than 3 hours every Saturday English. Plus, you will never be finished with English. There was a start, but now there is no end. For both of these reasons, your new metaphor or symbol for English should be the circle. English is something you do daily and that never ends. Now, Don't worry, later I'll show you how to make it a painless, even enjoyable part of your daily life, and how to make it automatic so you won't even notice you're doing English every day. Okay, something to think about. What are the circles in your life? We all have these. What are yours? What are the things that you do daily without thinking about them and that you would never stop? You just do them every day, maybe weekly. Okay, think about that, and I'll see you tomorrow.